Hey, I'm Candace, your host, and if you're ready to grow your business and build your authority by getting booked on podcasts, I've got something special for you. I'm launching a brand new course that will walk you through exactly how to get booked on podcasts. Everything from identifying the right shows to pitching, preparing for interviews, and leveraging your guest appearances for growth. Plus, if you sign up for the waitlist now, you'll get early access to the course and these special bonuses. When you officially enroll in the course, you'll save $50 and get a free one-on-one strategy call with me to help you prep your speaking points and align your offers. These bonuses are limited and end on April 13th, so make sure to sign up today. Head to the link in the show notes to join and get started on your podcast guesting journey. I can't wait to help you get booked and start sharing your message with the world. Now let's dive into today's episode. Hey, it's Candace back with a solo episode for you. This has been coming up so much lately in the DMs and on Instagram and with clients, is that a lot of you know that there's something more for you, that there is something next for you, or you are wondering if there might be, but you don't know what that is yet. That's what this episode is for. Here are 3 things you can do if you are feeling like that. Maybe you're in a 9-to-5 job and you're like, I don't know, is this it? This is it? Can I trade good for great? You're feeling like, am I going to do this Groundhog's Day type feeling on repeat forever until I retire? You might also be feeling like you just know that you're called for something greater, or you know you're called to do something else. So whether you're in any of those boats, wondering if there's something next for you, or knowing that there's something next for you, but you're not sure what it is yet, here's 3 things you can do. First, make a list of all the skills you have acquired throughout your lifetime. Now, don't tell me you don't have any. You're just a teacher. You're just this. You're just that. You have skills. Go through your day. Walk yourself through your entire day. You have acquired skills throughout your job. If you're a parent, throughout life, being at school, what are things you're good at? What are things that come easy to you? What are things that people ask you for help for? Maybe if you are great at organizing, or you are really great at scheduling things, your kids' summer rec schedule, you have down pat, and you have this whole system. What are those skills that you have? And you're going to write these out. Literally write them out. Everything that you can think of. You're good at answering phones, good at payroll. Whatever this is or looks like, write these down, because these are skills and this is going to help us brainstorm. That's your task number 1. Number 2, brain dump after this. Brain dump any ideas, goals, things that would excite you to be able to do, even feelings that you want to have. What I mean by that is you want to have financial freedom. You want to have time freedom. You want flexibility so that you can volunteer in your kids' classroom, or you can stay home with your kids when they're sick. Whatever. You can go on a trip at the drop of a hat. You can be spontaneous. Whatever that is for you, write those things down. Because a lot of times if I say, well, brain dump all your goals out, you might not know what those are yet. You might not have goals, but I bet you know what types of feelings or things you want to have. Maybe you even know what group of people you want to serve. You know how you want to feel. So write as many ideas. Don't judge them at this point. Don't sit there and think, well, I'm not going to write that down because that's dumb, or, well, I probably wouldn't be able to do that anyway. That's not the time for that. Write them down on the paper. Try and get as many things out as you can. Because now you can look back at step 1 and step 2, and you can look at these things. Are there overlaps? Where do you feel the most excitement? Now we can start to see, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. We don't have to know for sure to try something. You can pick something and change your mind later. Okay, just take the pressure off that whatever you're going to pick from this list is what you're going to do for the rest of your life. That's not the case. You are going to pick what you're most drawn to, what excites you the most. The third thing is work from this goal, not to the goal. I just heard someone phrase it like this, and I am absolutely obsessed with this phrase now. Because in my process, if you've listened to my other episodes, I've said, once you get this breakdown list and you decide on what you're going to try first, you're going to break things down. What are the little things you need to do to get you to this goal? While that's absolutely true, I still believe in that. It's going to be a different list if you think about it in the energy that you're working from your goal. So instead of, how do I get to this goal? Follow this path. If I do X, Y, and Z, I'm going to get to my goal. That is a different list of actions than if we sit in the energy that we are in that goal. We live the life of the person that has already accomplished that goal. And now what kinds of decisions does that person make? What kinds of things does that person do? Those 2 lists are different. And I'm a full believer that we have to take action. We have to do stuff in order to get to goals, right? We can't just sit here in meditation all day, wooing it in. We have to have some action. Okay. But I also think that your actions are going to be different if you start to think about it that way than if you think about, how do I get to this goal? How can I make a plan to get to this goal? If I have this goal, what decisions am I making? What am I doing? Okay. If you don't know what the goal is yet, though, because you might be saying, that's great. That sounds really great, Candace, but I don't know what the goal is. I don't know that. Okay, well, what feelings do you have? And I told my client this a couple weeks ago when we had a mentor hour call, and I can link that in the show notes if you're like, I just need like an hour. I got to talk to someone. I'll link that in the show notes for you, because she didn't know exactly what the end goal would look like, what she'd be doing, but she did have an idea that she wants to serve other moms. She wants flexibility in her schedule. She wants to be able to work from home so that she can also simultaneously raise her son at home. She wants to have financial freedom because she doesn't want this decision of her being home to be a financial burden on her family, right? That is all enough of knowing where you can start making decisions. Because I'm guessing that at this point, you might already have thought up some things. Maybe it's start a new social media channel. Maybe it is grow an email list. Maybe it's announce that you have a new business. Whatever it might be, you have some things on this list that you haven't done yet. Okay. Now, if we sit in the vibe of the person that already has your goal, would they start a new social media channel if it was necessary? Yes, they would. Would they post on social media? Yes, they would. Would they announce that they have a new business? Abso-freaking-lutely they would, right? Taking action and doing those things is really important. And here's your bonus tip. We want to always wait, or I think we're defaulted to want to wait for the confidence to do this, to just learn a little bit more so we can be sure, be an expert in this field, have a degree in whatever we want to do. Now listen, you don't need any of that. And actually the confidence comes after the action. I wish it came before. It'd make things a lot easier. It does not. You are going to gain the confidence from doing the things. The confidence will come after you are walking the walk. That's where the confidence comes, because what you're doing is you're stretching your comfort zone every time you take action. And when that comfort zone stretches, you start to realize, oh, I can do that. Oh, that wasn't that scary. Oh, nothing bad happened when I did that. Oh, the world kept spinning, right? Even though we think it's going to stop. You will gain confidence from taking action on those things because your comfort zone's stretched so much, and you're going to now have proof that you can do these things. The other reason that a lot of people I've noticed don't take that action is because you're still sitting in that space of the lack of confidence where you're like, oh, but should I? No, that's a dumb idea. Well, so-and-so said this, or I don't know what they'll think if I do this. Okay, so to get out of that space, you take action, and that's when the confidence comes. So if you want to move through that space, you have to do something. You have to take some action on the things that we just listed out in the first 3 steps. Again, you're going to make a list of your skills, and you have skills. Don't tell me you don't. You have them. And then you're going to brain dump any ideas and goals that you have that excite you, things that you would want to do, even if it's feelings or things you want in your life, like flexibility and time freedom and financial freedom. Like, you're going to write all that down. And then when it's time to attempt or start working on that very first goal, you are going to work from the goal and not to the goal. Okay, from the goal, not to the goal. All right. If you need help getting through those feelings of like, I don't know what I'm doing, or I can't post that, or that part that you're stuck in limbo where you're not doing and taking the actions, that mentor hour I just mentioned earlier in the show, and I'll link that in the show notes, and help you work through that stuff and get you out of that space so much faster, because the progress is really going to come the quicker we can get out of that space, that hesitation, that limbo of like not taking any action, just sitting in this like nervous thoughts. The quicker we can get out of that, the faster the progress is going to come, and the faster that you're going to be able to get your dreams and your ideas into reality. And I'll leave you with, don't get hung up on, oh, but I don't know if that's really what I want to do. If you're drawn to it right now, there's probably a reason. And there's probably another door that it's going to open for you. And there's going to be something you're going to learn from this. So don't discount that, well, this is probably too small of a thing to start. Just start it, because you do not know where it's going to take you, and you do not know what you're going to learn yet. But there is a reason that you're feeling nudged to this thing. So allow yourself to go there and just try it out. So I'll link all that in the show notes for you. I hope this gives you some good actions that you can take this week. Always be sure to drop me a line over on Instagram at Candace Dudley and let me know what you thought of the episode, and let me know if you've done these things. If you want to comment or send me a DM, either one is great. It is me in the inbox. Thanks for tuning in. If you're ready for podcast mentoring, whether it's setup, editing, planning, or guesting, you can book a one-on-one call with me through the link in the show notes. I hope you feel seen, inspired, and like your dreams and goals are completely valid, because they are. See you next Tuesday.